In my tenure as a punter, I've actually had to kick to some of the best punters in the nation during their prime, like Kyle Duggar in his time at Lenoir-Rhyne University, and Tariq Cohen when I was at A&T with him, and a guy that you're going to learn about soon enough named Devin Jones. I kicked to him at UNC Pembroke. So trust me when I say I know scary return men when I see them, and they all kind of have some similar qualities, but today I'm going to be talking about the nation's best punt returner in the NFL, and this man makes me shake in my boots as a fan of punters everywhere, and his name is Devin Duvernay for the Baltimore Ravens. So, what you probably know about being a good returner is you have to be fast, but there's a couple more things that go into it. You actually have to be incredibly athletic and incredibly smart. It's not just about catching the ball and running as fast as you can, because let's face it, you're never going to be able to outrun 11 of the best athletes in America, and the NFL is becoming more and more strict with how your teammates are allowed to block, so it's largely up to you to set them up as moving obstacles to try to get the coverage team tripped up. Devin does it perfectly so often. Just watch this return against the Bengals. The punt is pretty good, and as he's catching it, he has two Bengal gunners closing in on him. You can see that both of his blockers have right side leverage on the gunner, which means that's the way he needs to go. But in this current position, if he runs that way, he might get blocks in the back because of their specific leverage. So, to set this leverage up even better, watch as he takes 2 steps to his right, drawing that coverage team in, and then boom, cuts back to his left, giving his blockers perfect position to make clean blocks, allowing him to get to the edge for a huge 20-yard return to take his team out from inside their own 10. This is something he does incredibly well, and it takes so much discipline and control. Aside from his insane ability to manipulate the coverage unit with his steps and eyes, what he also has is great get-off time when it comes to catching the ball. A lot of returners get so caught up with trying to make the first man miss that they'll spend a full second or two hopping around back and forth in place before actually moving forward at all. Devin does none of this. It's catch, make a very quick shift if any, and then freaking go. No jumping around in place. It's once your feet are set beneath you, you take off. And that's what he does. He knows that his biggest strength in this game is his speed. Running a sub 4.40, few men in this league can catch up to him in a straight line, so his biggest goal in his returns is to try to get up to his top speed as fast as he can and let that make people miss instead of letting highly talented, trained athletes close in on him and then trying to juke them. The last part of this game I want to highlight is his ability to get beneath the ball. People familiar with my channel know that there are probably a million ways to punt the ball now, and a million different styles, and a bunch of strategies to try to stop this very thing from happening, which is letting returners just simply catch the football. Well, Duvernay does a great job of fielding them, and on every big return you can see he's making small adjustments at the time he's catching the ball instead of having to sprint across the whole field and still being on the run while he's catching it. In today's day and age of punting, that's a huge accomplishment. You can see that he even has his feet beneath him on punts like this insane 67-yard punt by AJ Cole, and he's been able to get his team across the 20-yard line while doing it. So that's why Duvernay is an absolute beast and a super real threat to punters everywhere. He knows how to get his block set up, he wastes no time after the catch, and he makes sure he always gets beneath the ball. Also, I guess you can say his 4.3 40-yard time helps too. Anyway, hope you guys are having an amazing day, and peace.
To the outside and out of bounds.